criminal justice, healing, education. Time to awaken the community. Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are currently watching. You guys should know me by now, but if you don't, my name is Holly. I am the founder/host of this lovely program that we call Morning Mimosas, where here we value humanity, justice, healing, and education for the Black and minority communities. Before we start today's episode, I want to acknowledge a few things today. Today is March 1st, and I just want to give a shout out to my little sister, Priska. It is her 30th birthday. So cheers to her and her birthday. I should do a sip moment for her, but I didn't pour my wine. But I just wanted to say happy birthday to my little sister, Priska, today. And then also today is the beginning of something that they're trying to take away from us women, which is this. Today is the first day of Women's History Month. So let's go ahead and acknowledge all of the amazing women who have done great things for women and just for society. And I will go ahead and add myself onto that list because I'm slowly doing stuff for the society. So guys, today's episode is it's a hard one. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. We're going to talk about the unsolved homicides of Miss Sandol Hancock. She was 48. And Miss Dorinda Mackey, she was 31. On March 5th, 2003, the Denver police was called to the address of 1234 Clarkson Street in Denver. That, for people who are familiar with the Denver area, that's 12th Avenue and Clarkson. That's about a few blocks away from Colfax Avenue. Because of a foul odor that was illuminating from a specific apartment from that building. And I will go ahead and show you guys that apartment, but just please be mindful. This is what it looks like today. It didn't look like this in 2003, but the Denver police responded to an apartment here, and they found the two bodies of Miss Dorinda and Miss Sandol. The thing that makes me really upset about this case, and you guys already know how I like to start things, there's not a lot of information on this case. There's not a lot of information. March 5th, 2003 was the day that their bodies were found, but because of the foul odor, I suspect they were deceased at least 24 hours before. They could have been deceased a little bit longer than that, but it's just really, really disheartening that the other apartments didn't say something sooner. Like I said, I don't know the timeline of what was going on with these two women to where on March 5th, 2003, the Denver police was called because of a foul odor. That makes me suspect that they were deceased at least 24 hours because you guys know decomposition and everything that took place. But yeah, guys, when I was researching this case, it was really, really hard to find really anything, pertaining to this case other than they were both found in an apartment in Denver, deceased, after a call about a foul odor. So you guys know how I typically do these cases when there's not a lot of information. What I typically do is I try to tug at you guys' heartstrings and beg for people who were in that area at the time to come forward with information. It's just really, really disheartening because I will actually go ahead and present this. I went to the crime scene myself, and I will go ahead and let this play really quick. On March 5th, 2003, the Denver police responded to this address, 1234 Clarkson Street here in Denver, because of a foul odor that was found in one of these apartments. When they went into that specific apartment, 31-year-old Dorinda Mackey and 48-year-old Sandol Hancock were found deceased in the apartment. It has been almost 22 years, and these ladies have not had justice yet. Today, me, the host Holly Cisa, host of Morning Roses podcast, is calling for justice for these two women that were murdered at this place almost 22 years ago. I'm recording this video on February 26th, this is a Wednesday, and I'm just trying to make sure that these women get justice because they were murdered at this place. They were found on that date, but I don't know how long they were deceased. So let's talk about it. So yeah, I went to the crime scene a couple days before I did this episode because I just wanted to get a feel for where these ladies unfortunately took their last breath. But I am going to state the little bit that we do know. So we're going to go ahead and put up the picture of both of the women. So we're going to go ahead with Miss Dorinda Mackey. And she was born on May 22nd, 1971. And like I said, there's not too much information on where she was born or anything like that. But at the time of her death, she was 5'6" and weighed 135 pounds. I'm going to go on to the next victim that we unfortunately lost around that time, and that's Miss Sandol Hancock. She was 48. She was born on February 7th, 1955, and she was, at the time of her death, 140 pounds, and she had a height of 5'7". So those are the little bit of details that we know of both of our victims. Here I go with the truth. It's very disheartening because, like I said, 12th, that's 12th and Clarkson, that's like a few blocks from Colfax. That's a very heavily populated area, even back in the early 2000s. So the fact that nobody heard anything, saw anything, kind of mind boggles me a little bit, not gonna lie, because that area is very heavy populated. Like, I don't know if you guys heard when I did the video on the 26th of February, you guys heard all those cars passing by. And I imagine it was like that back in 2003, because like I said, heavily populated area. It's near Colfax. Colfax is one of the busiest streets in Colorado. So I know that somebody saw something, heard something, you know, I'm just, I don't know. It just kind of blows my mind that people have information that can get Miss Dorinda and Miss Sandol justice, but you guys have kept it to you guys yourselves, so close to the vest all this time. It's very disheartening. I'm not going to sit here and kid you guys or lie to you guys. It's just very unfair that these women haven't had not a lick of justice, and it'll be 22 years coming up here in about 4 days because we're doing this episode on March 1st. So I just want to know, why is it that nobody came forward? Is there something that I missed during my research of this case? I'm just really trying to figure out why no one has come forward in almost 22 years. But I'm also not surprised. People like to, like I said, keep things very close to the vest. But not only that, there's like that fear, well, somebody's going to come get me and all that other stuff. And people, I get it. Trust me. I understand that. But look at these two women that lost their lives. And then the countless others whose homicides are unsolved. I just want to know, when are people going to finally be like, okay, I know some information. I know that I can come forward anonymously. I can help that family get some sense of the truth. I just don't understand why people don't feel. I mean, I do. I mean, okay. Let me not act like I'm stupid. People are selfish. People are very selfish. And that's why these two women, these two beautiful women, don't have justice after all these years, because somebody knows something and they're just not telling anyone. And it's just very sad. They were 48 and 31 years old. They had many more years of life. And let's put this in perspective also. Miss Sandal, she was 48 when she passed away. She should be 70 now. Yeah, she should be 70. And then Miss Dorinda, she was born in 71. So she should be turning 54 at the time of her birthday, because her birthday is in May. So she should be turning 54 this year. I really need people to seriously have some heart. I just told you guys the ages that they should be now. Yet there's no justice for them. There's no justice. There's nothing. I've, like I said, there's like the research is very slim. Like, I was very surprised when I was doing this, when I was doing the research for this episode, that I was able to find the address, um, and their birthdays. But most of my information, I will let you guys know, it does come from the Colorado Cold Case website. So that's how I was able to find that. But the address wasn't provided there. I had to dig to find the specific address where, unfortunately, these two women took their last breaths. So, guys, I really do need people to start coming forward. It is so sad when I do cases like this that don't have any kind of information. And then I have to sit here and beg and beg and beg you guys, anybody who was there, at the 12th and Clarkson area, or who was just in that general area at the time, who may have heard something, anybody who lived in that specific building that may have heard something. It's time for you to come forward. You've had this information for almost 22 years. Why have you held on to this information so close to the vest? It's not okay. These families need justice. These families deserve to know what truly happened to their loved one. Why did this happen to their loved one? Why did this person take their loved one's life? Why is it that people don't have that heart? I'm sorry, like, it just makes me so angry that Miss Dorinda and Miss Sandal haven't had no justice, because people in the Denver area, or if you've since moved away, have held on to this information. Once again, I will reiterate, I get that people are scared, you know, all that bullshit that people like to come up with, fear, retaliation, all that. I get it. But there's this beautiful thing that's called anonymous reporting. You can come forward anonymously. Seriously, I don't, after all these years, you can come forward anonymously. There's literally phone numbers for that. You know what I'm saying? I just don't understand. Like, I don't know. I don't understand it. I don't understand why you guys don't just come forward with the information. It's really, really easy. Now, if you're in the Denver area, I will provide you a phone number if you have information. Well, actually, anywhere. If you were in the Denver area and you've since moved out, I will give you a number to contact the Metro Crime Stoppers. Because, like I said, if you have the information, they deserve to know. The families deserve to know what happened after all these years. I don't know if these women had children. I don't know if they have potential grandchildren. I just know that they have family out there that love them and want to know the truth. Whoever this is, they took two lives. That's a danger to society. But a lot of you guys already know the Crime Stoppers number, but I will go ahead and provide that for you guys again. For those of you that don't know, it is 720-913-STOP. 720-913-7867. I will also provide that number on the screen because, like I said, it's time for people to start coming forward and getting people justice. Are you guys not tired of that? Sorry, guys, I'm over here typing it. Should have had this prepared for you guys. My apologies for being unprepared. But I will go ahead and show this real quick. This is the Crime Stoppers phone number for just the metro area's crime. If you know something about what happened to those two women, it's time for you to come forward. Call this number, 720-913-STOP or 720-913-7867. I'm so tired of people being cowards and punks. It's time for people to get justice. Look at these women. Look at them. These are people's relatives, guys. This is somebody's loved one. And somebody's just out there roaming free without them getting the proper justice. So once again, on March 5th, 2003, the Denver police responded to 1234 Clarkson Street in Denver to the call of a foul odor in one of the apartments in that building. When the Denver police entered that specific apartment, they found the bodies of 31-year-old Dorinda Mackey and 48-year-old Sandol Hancock. It's been almost 22 years since that occurred, and no information has led to an arrest or anything. If you know something about what happened to these two women, I'm urging you to call that number you see on the screen today. You can report anonymously, everybody. It's time for them to have justice. It's time for every case that I've done in whether it's a Colorado case or out of Colorado, everybody deserves justice. It's time. I'm so sick and tired of people getting away with crimes. And you guys know that means a murderer is walking amongst us, right? I don't know how y'all can be comfortable knowing that that's like a for real thing. It's a murderer walking among us when these people don't get justice. It's time. It is time. Rest in peace to Miss Dorinda Mackey and Miss Sandol Hancock. I really hope that I at least did some justice for you guys today by at least getting a little bit of the information out and making sure that someone, even though it's been all these years, come forward. Guys, this is Morning Mimosas. As you guys know, we value human life, criminal justice, healing, and education for the Black and minority communities. You guys stay safe and remember, put human back in humanity. See y'all later. And once again, happy Women's History Month. Continue celebrating women and all that we've accomplished.